DJ Tony Dub.
Welcome to a unique dating experience unlike any other.
You gave the relationship all you had.
Wait, we have to share a bed?
Can your ex help you meet your next love?
I'm looking for somebody that's gonna make me laugh.
Do I have any low-lying feelings for Nicole? Maybe.
Sorry, I don't agree with their decision.
Are you afraid?
You know who you're talking to?
Why are we here?
You should be.
After Happily Ever After, series premiere, Wednesday at 10 on BET.
Be strong.
Ooh, hey, we did it, y'all. We completed an entire season of Trucking Reality Talk. Hi, I am your host, Nicole Camille Ward, which is my whole full government ward, also known as Nicole Nikki Ward, your host of Trucking Reality Talk. We are in episode 6. This is the final episode, y'all. Oh my gosh, I mixed emotions. I'm excited, but I'm sad. Hopefully you are tuned in and you know what the deal is. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that button, especially if you want to know what's going on after this, right? Because this ain't the end. We're going to keep going. We're going to bring back a season 2. I mean, if y'all want it now, come on. So make sure you're still catching the season 1 replay of Trucking Reality Talk. So like, share, subscribe. Let your people know we are on, baby. We are live, and this is the final episode. Let's go. We are so excited to bring you a very special guest. So now, with the world of life, things pivot. And we had a really, really special guest planned for today. But I think I got a different special kind of guest that's planned for today. So we're going to pivot a little bit, y'all. We're going to pivot. We're going to change the game up. And we're going to bring somebody on that is so dear to my heart. So I've had a heck of an eventful weekend. So we're going to use today to kind of talk more about me. You guys know a little bit about me from After Happily Ever After on BET. And if you haven't, make sure you're tuning in. It is available right now, all 8 episodes. And you guys know I'm the president of After Happily, there you go. After Happily Ever After. Appreciate that. You guys know I'm the president of AAWTA, the African American Women Trucking Association. But you guys don't really know about my start. And there goes that beautiful logo. Make sure that you guys are following us at all social platforms, AAWTA_org. All right. So yes, you guys know I'm the president of the African American Women Trucking Association. You guys know all these little ins and outs from us interviewing all these guests for the last 5 weeks. But you guys don't really know a lot about me. So guess what? We're going to use the last episode to talk about me, y'all. So this is your opportunity to ask your questions, chat away. You've spent the last 5 weeks hearing a little bit, bits and pieces. Now is your time to hear all about me. And my special guest plays a big part of who I am. And once you meet this individual, you're going to be like, man, is that copy and paste? Is that Pete and repeat? Who is that lady? I'm giving you guys some hints. This woman is my business partner. She is also one of the co-founders of the African American Women Trucking Association, a really nice silent partner. You go, girl, in the background, making me proud. But she's also one of my biggest cheerleaders. She's one of the reasons that I was able to have a trucking and logistics company by the name of Capital Freight Trucking and Logistics. She was the first driver and one of the best employees that I ever had. This particular employee was even hired and fired several times. And we're going to talk about that journey. And so it is with great pleasure and an amazing honor to talk about one of my besties and to bring on, like I said, my business partner who's been hired and fired several times. My mom, guys, welcome Donna Shepherd.
Oh, that's a very nice, heartwarming introduction. Thank you, my dear daughter. I think that this has been a miraculous journey. Never in my wildest dream would I imagine myself in a truck. But when Duda calls, I believe in answer. When my children call, I am that type of mama. I am there. So when I got
Ooh, girl, they about to find out what kind of mama you are now. Just a quick little shout out because we got some amazing people on the line. And before I do that, if you're just logging in, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I am your host, Nicole Nikki Ward, and I just brought my surprise guest of y'all, my mama. Thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsey. We got some support in the house, y'all. Let's make sure we shout out some of our people. All right. You can support me by making sure you like, share, and subscribe. And you can support us by making sure you let everybody know we are on and we are live. So we got CTR Media Network saying they love this show and we love them. Shout out to CTR Media Network. We are on this network. Make sure you follow them on all social media platforms. And you download the app from Roku. Like, yo, this is like streaming on YouTube. This is big. All right. Shout out to them. We also got Facebook users say we live. We sure are. Yay, yay. We live, y'all. Let's see what else we got in the chat. We got VP of AAWT in the house. All right. We appreciate you showing some love. Hey, all right. And y'all keep those comments coming because we got mama on the scene, honey. And we got my boy Michael. Hey, let's go. I can't wait to talk about him. I met an amazing person and I won't jump the gun because I can't wait to talk about the power of podcasting. If you wasn't there, where were you at? So either which way, we'll talk about that. But first, like I said, y'all, I got my mother here. I got my business partner here. We're going to talk about trucking. We're going to talk about how I jump from insurance, climbing roofs with no nails, okay, without these little claws right here, to having my mother, who used to be a stylist, who still is a hairstylist, but she's not so much behind the chair as she used to be, and how I dragged her from behind the chair to behind the truck. All right. So, Miss Donna, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome. All right. So let the people know who you are. Tell them how you got involved in trucking and just a little bit about this journey, how we started Capital Freight Trucking LLC.
So, in case you didn't know, I was born and raised Jamaican. I was born in Jamaica, came to the United States when I was 16, just a few years ago. And finished my education here, went to college, went to beauty school. By accident, found out that I love doing hair. So at 26, I opened my hair salon and I've been behind the chair ever since. I also, I'm a business owner. I'm an entrepreneur, heart and heart. You know, I believe that if the free enterprise system is here, we should take advantage of it. So, you know, I live up to what they say about Jamaicans. We have 10 jobs. I'm a real estate broker and I'm a hairstylist. And then I became a truck driver. So I'm in my little cushy job as a real estate broker. You know, I go from taking off my heels, doing hair and using a blow dryer to putting on some heels and grabbing a notepad and showing houses. And I got a phone call, Mom, you're going to trucking school. I'm like, okay. And I just thought I'm just going to go show up, you know, and take a class and just get whatever. I showed up in heels, my little briefcase, full face of makeup. I was ready. And they were looking at me like, where you going? And then the next day I found out I have to drive the truck. I called baby girl. I'm like, hey, they say I have to drive the truck. She goes, okay, Mom. Okay.
Okay, so that's where it is, y'all. We're gonna stop her right there because I don't know if you locked in and you intrigued yet, but this is an amazing story. I took a hairstylist and I took, that's my mother, and said, hey girl, hey, how you doing, girl? You gotta go to trucking school. My mother really did think it was an online class, guys. She thought this was something she was going to do, like continuing education, you know, something quick, 20 hours, 24 hours at max, you know, one and done. She knows she was going to jump in the truck, y'all. She knows she was going to have to drive behind that big boy. Now, girl, go ahead, girl. Tell him, girl.
So I'm like, honey, I think they're making a mistake. They say I have to drive the truck. I go, oh yeah, mommy. It's just, you know, go back and forth a few times. And, you know, at first I was a little apprehensive. I was like, I'm only doing this because of my baby and I believe in her. But Lord knows I'm not interested in driving this truck. I was scared out of my mind, but, you know, I'm going to do it. So I did that, you know, a couple of times. I swore I was never going back. I quit. I'm just done today. That was like 4 times because I kept failing this exam. And guys, I have never failed anything in my life.
Okay.
And finally, I had to talk to myself and say, Self, you got to pass that test. Your baby's counting on you. So
Oh,
pull up my bootstraps, went to the place, and guys, I did it.
that's
I
right.
jumped in that truck, learned how to back it up, learned how to drive it on the road, and I was doing that thing.
That's right,
You
girl.
know,
That's
I
right.
was good.
That's right. So Trucking Reality Talk is a trucking and an entrepreneur based show. And so we're a live podcast that talks about entrepreneurs and determination of winning. All right, so this is a really really interesting thing. I think that you guys are having an opportunity to see it firsthand of where I get my entrepreneurial spirit and my determination not to quit. When I tell you, I remember my mother calling me, telling me, "Girl, I got to do something called backing, and they want me to do it with a trailer, girl." And I said, "Mom, I can't help you. I'm working on the back office. So I'm working on the infrastructure of our business." And so to me, that was the agreement. You go out there in these streets, you go drive that truck, you learn the rules and regulations of the road. And it didn't just stop there. And we'll talk more about that in a few. But it was also to go work with a competitor, to understand what was going on in this business, fair treatment, unfair treatment, injustice. Y'all, I sent a spy. So we won't be naming where we went, where we sent her. But what we are saying is we had a plan and we had a strategy. And so I always tell people as an entrepreneur, you're going to fail forward, okay? Because as Donna, my mother just said, because if I say she, y'all, anybody Jamaican, be like, who y'all call she, right? Where my mom, and that says who you're calling she for, my mother. It just lets you know she failed a few times. And so before we talk about what she did to continue to motivate herself and push herself to fail forward, we're going to take a quick little break and talk a little bit about some of our sponsors that are making sure that Trucking Reality Talk is exactly what it is. And we really appreciate. All right. So one of the people that I want to bring on and was one of our new sponsors. Okay. And this is really, really important. We talk a lot about truck drivers and the determination to be an entrepreneur and to make sure that we're successful. But we don't talk a lot about the people that support that success. We don't talk about the spouses. We don't talk about the wives or the husbands that make sacrifices in order for our dreams to actually come true. Well, I had an opportunity to have an amazing member, as well as sponsor of Trucking Reality Talk by the name of Sandra Covington. And Sandra Covington has written a book that's providing just as exactly what I said, the spousal support of a truck driver's wife. All right. So the truck driver's wife holding down the home front, y'all. I mean, I almost got to repeat that. The truck driver's wife holding down the home front. That is an amazing, powerful title that explains a lot in itself. I mean, it's going to tell you how to hold down the whole front. It's a collection of shared experiences that a wife has made sure she's put into one area, that she explains some of her challenges and rewards of being a wife holding down the home front. When a truck driver's over the road, somebody needs to be their support. So Sandra, we appreciate you being one of our sponsors, as well as the support of supporters of spouses and wives of truck drivers, and providing us with this amazing guide that is giving us an insight of what you or we experience when our spouse is over the road. So again, everyone, make sure that you're tapping in. That book is available at Amazon, and that's A Truck Driver's Wife. The author is Sandra Covington. You can also purchase her book on her website, which will make sure we have that information for you as well. And all information will be available at www.aat. There we go. We appreciate that. It just flashed across the screen. It would also be on our website, aawta.org. Is information regarding Sandra Covington and how you could purchase her book and where. All right. So make sure that you tap in your spouse, your wife, just to make sure that you're supporting her. We got the truck driver's wife holding down the home front. Very, very powerful title in itself. All right. So thank you again. All right. So If you are just tuning in, I am your host, Nicole Nikki Ward. And like I said, we did a little pivot, y'all. This is the last show, so we got to remix this thing a little bit and make this show about you and me. For you, giving you the opportunity to learn a little bit about me and bringing in somebody that's very dear to my heart. That's my mother. If you're just joining in, we've been talking about my mother's trucking journey, her failing forward and getting in the industry, giving you a little bit of insight about my determination and how I decided to join trucking, who I decided to bring into trucking, and where I get all this will from. So I really appreciate that. Make sure you stay locked in. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't done so. Like I said, this is the last episode, but that doesn't stop you from watching the replay. And you won't be able to do that if you don't like, share, and subscribe. And you'll also be able to download this on Roku. All right, CTR Media Network is on Roku, so make sure you are downloading their app and you're watching the replay of the S.H.E. Ooh, I know that's right with the Volvo ad. All right, let's keep it going. We go ahead and bring my mother back, and I am so excited to hear a little bit more. Now, we just left off. If you're just tuning in, my mom Donna was just telling everyone how she pretty much went to driving school, thought that she was going to do this 24-hour online course, and I tricked her into driving an 18-wheeler. How cool is that? And she talked a little bit more about her wanting to give up. She's never failed anything in her life. You know, she comes from Jamaica and failure is never an option. So here she is with this new obstacle. She's failed a few times and she wants to give up and she doesn't. One of the things we didn't talk about, and I saved that for this portion, is some of the things that she did to continue to encourage her and stay at the forefront of her mind, which drove her determination. Now, one of the things that we talked about, and I've talked about this before, is we talk about community support. All right. And this is going to come around again full circle. All right. AAWTA is just something like that. We are community support. S.H.E Trucking is community support. But before AAWTA was around, some community support you received was from my girl. And I kind of want you to talk a little bit about that. Talk about community support, where you got some of your drive from, and how that pushed you along and encouraged you to keep going.
I met another driver because there were times when I was a little despondent. I mean, this is like I'm totally out of my comfort zone, but I'm just not the person to give up.
That's right. You know? We don't do that.
Talk about failing forward, and you have to have a huge why. And my why was 5'3", a little fiery girl named Nicole. So that was my why. And I had to keep going. Okay. So quitting and failing was not an option. But another driver said, join this group called S.H.E Trucking. And I did. And in that group, I mean, everything about backing, because let me tell you, I struggled on so many levels. But
and not to cut you off, for those that aren't drivers and they're just on the entrepreneurial lane, what is backing? Talk about what that is. Yeah. How amazingly difficult that can be.
So when you pull up, the next time you pull up beside an 18-wheeler, that front is only connected to the back by it's not a part of the truck. It comes off. Okay, it's not one whole thing. You got to pull into it and connect to it. So backing, as we refer to it, is being able to put that 53-foot trailer in a parking space. And you got to do it without tearing up anything around you. Not easy to do. Not easy to do. But okay. You know what? It became my favorite thing to do.
That's right.
It's called determination. Right. I mean, I was never fond of driving, but let me tell you, I became fond of the thing that I feared the most, which is backing. Someone told me, go to a truck stop The next time you go to a truck stop, get there a few hours early and practice. And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
You just sit around and stare at me, but I did it. If I had a question, I was in that group asking away, but I was determined.
That's right. That's right. And you hear it right here. We have a few comments. CTR Media says congratulations, and they love it. I know that's right. And we also have She Chucking with the Amazing Hearts, and we love you. I love that. I love that type of support. Now, I wouldn't be a reality star if I wasn't messy. So I always have to ask the crazy questions, and everybody was like, "Oh Lord, what you gonna ask?" Now, tell the truth. Now, have you done told the people stuff? Back in, you done tore up those people's stuff? Back in, girl, have you tore up their stuff?
There were a couple of taps here and there. Nobody saw. And I just kept it moving.
Ooh,
But
I'm so happy you got all your practice out.
Time, I'm backing up and I hear a boom. I'm like, what's that? Oh, that's me. Let me just pull this thing forward and wheel and come again. You know? Literally.
I'm speaking for all the carriers. This is why we don't like to hire under 2 to 3 years experience. We want you guys to go tear up other people's stuff, other people's equipment before you come drive for me.
Somebody stop first. But I did really good. I'm proud of myself. You gotta have a little tap here and there, but you're good.
Oh yeah, of course. Those are all like love licks. That's all I'm saying. Love licks to the equipment. We gotta break it in. But shoes without creases. You know what I mean? She Trucking. I know. Thank you. Oh, and shout out to them just for the community that they have. I always make a reference of their community because it's so important. As my mother was searching, all right, it also left me searching as well because I was in the opposite side. So this is where I come in. She's learning trucking, and I'm learning the back office. Okay, I'm learning the logistics portion of it. I'm learning what it's going to take to run this company. I'm learning the importance of which loads to take and the appropriate rate per mile based on the region. I'm learning all of these other things that are just as important. In order to make sure that we're able to account for our money, right? We're not a nonprofit. AAWTA is though, but either which way, Capital Freight was not a nonprofit. So we were in that business to make money. And so, I find myself looking for a certain level of executive information. And I couldn't find exactly what I was looking for. I was so happy that my mother was here and she was able to be supported. But I found myself needing some information, and I found this amazing group that had a lot of old information, but still pertinent information. Group was founded in 2014, but it was stagnant. And I talk a lot about this. I talk a lot about it in my journey in a lot of different publications. But this group was founded by Gertrude Jackson. It was called the African American Women Trucking Association. Okay. And so I'm like, ooh, sounds a little familiar, guys. Woo. All right. And so when I found this group, I'm like, whoa, wait, who owns this? What's going on? I got to figure it out. And I remember, to fast forward the story, I found her best friend who said, no, she's no longer with us. She passed away to breast cancer, but she had a dream. She had a dream in her heart. She had a love for African American women. She had a love for Black women truck drivers, and she had a passion, and she wanted many truck drivers to feel as equal as they were not. Okay, she wanted to make sure that there was opportunities that weren't presented. And so to hear this powerful story of what this woman was trying to do and what she started before she passed away, I'm like, whoa. But I also saw there was things that were out there that were supporting other women. I'm like, man, how do I create a sisterhood that's going to bring all of this together while providing resources that are centralized, that can help our people to make sure they excel and develop and thrive in the transportation trucking industry? And therefore, AAWTA was born, guys. When I tell you I grabbed my people, I can only say that I grabbed my people. And the ones that are still around, I appreciate you rocking. And the ones that have just come along, man, we got a lot to do because it just started. But that's how this story started. I saw someone's dream. Okay, it was their concept, and I said, "Man, this aligns with everything that I want in this life. This aligns with my vision." And something that I actually need, the support that I feel is missing. There's so much out there, but then there's so much missing as well. How do I centralize this? All right. And so I thank everyone who's had an opportunity to learn a lot more about African American Women Trucking Association, and taking the time to listen about our backstory, who we are, and where we're going. This last episode plays a vital part into what's next. So, as I just gave that great spiel of greatness, thank you for those comments in the back. We have CTR Media. Well, actually, Katavi, this is our VP. She said, "What is your most favorable experience while on the road?" That's a great one, Donna. Let's go ahead and let you take that.
Let me tell you something. Being on the road, I found out what I was made of because I remember the first few times I had to deliver, I was petrified, but I had to get it done. But I couldn't get it done. It took like 4 hours to do a 1 minute or 30-second task. So I would I realized that if you don't ask, you don't get. So every time I went to drop a load, I would ask a man. First of all, the minute you get out the truck, all the men are coming over. Now, once you pull up, they're just looking at you. But once you get out, then they're jumping out. They're all jumping out the truck to help you. But I would always ask for help, and I got tons and tons and tons of good advice that were useful in building my and perfecting my skill set. So, so it was kind of like on the job training, kind of sort of, because they put you out there, you're on your own, you got to figure it out. My first delivery took 4 hours to back. I'm not kidding you guys. Imagine pulling up in a parking space at Walmart and backing in a couple of seconds, right? 4 hours. Took me 4 hours, literally.
Yeah.
And I felt like, I need to park this truck and go home, but I'm like, nope, it's my first time. It's going to get better.
That's right.
Didn't get much better for a while, but it did get better.
Yeah, I love that. So when you said dropping a load, I was going to ask you to go into that, but you kind of gave a good, clear picture of what that means. So ladies and gents, that's not easy, okay? Because for me, okay, I got this little small Audi, y'all, and not even 3 weeks after getting it, I tried to back up and bam, hit something, right? So I already knew driving was out for me. It wasn't going to work. I tore up my car, clearly. Yeah, I'm rich, clearly. So that's not for me, right? And then, we have Kim Jacobs on. Thank you very much, Kim. Shout out to Kim. Complimented the fashions, y'all, because I'll be trying to be like a little fashionista here and there. Kim says she likes the hat. Thank you, Kim. I try to accent the face here and there, give you guys something to look at. But yeah, we were talking about just experiences that are memorable. And I remember her calling me saying, "Nick, I can't do it. I can't do it. I've been here for hours. They're frustrated with me. People have gone to lunch and come back. There's like a whole new crew. Like they're ready to unload this trailer, and I cannot back in this space." And I remember
looking like this.
They're looking at her, and I remember her, and I know how terrified she was. And by the way, that wasn't the worst story. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But she didn't give up. And after 4 hours, she did it, guys. Okay, so to me, this is beyond feeling forward. All right, now this is about will and determination and re-strategizing. All right, and now let's go ahead and go back to the comments. All right, I see them flashing across the screen. All right, it says, "Own your own, figure it out." That is serious. All right, that's right, and that's a deep statement right there. All right, because we just got to own it. All right, we got to own it. We got to figure it out. We got to know that.
When you're on the road, there's nobody to ask. You got to figure it out. There is, like what I did the first time or the first couple of times, I waited until another driver came. but he has to get his load. He can only offer so much. My first load was in the back of Home Depot. There was nobody else to ask. I had to figure it out.
Very, very interesting. Great question. We had another, yes, never give up, never give up. I think I always say that 100 times. And another thing, they lost me here. What happened? Internet glitch. All right. Well, yep, never give up. We have another question here that says, Nicole, nice to have you talked about. Appreciate that, Kim. Kim also says, we all need to know our lanes. This is correct. And this is exactly why I chose not to tear anybody's car out up on the highway and just be behind and be doing just exactly what I'm doing, just talking, chat. I love talking. And I think that's the best thing for me instead of being a semi-truck driver.
Kim, being behind the chair and being in real estate, where I love to talk too. I thought I was in my lane till this one took me and put me in the other lane over there. But I'm so happy.
Thank you. Thank you for joining. We had a question from S.H.E Trucking. It said, what's your favorite state to travel to? Let's talk about it.
The Carolinas. Believe it or not, I love the Carolinas. But I tell you what, when I went to Tennessee, I'm terrified of mountains. But when I went to Tennessee, I felt like I was in Jamaica. Believe
I
it or
remember that.
Tennessee, I love Tennessee. Now it's cold. It's cold. Lord Jesus, no, I can't take the cold. I don't try to go there in the winter. But when it starts to get winter, what's that? Fall. I love it. I feel like I'm in Jamaica. I absolutely love it. But I love the Carolinas because it gives me a very vacation-y feel. Every time I go to the Carolinas, park my truck and I go see my little niece. Well, she's not little. She's almost 30, but you know.
Like 30. I remember that. Great experience. I remember your fear. How did you conquer your fear with driving through the mountains?
Looking at the beauty of it, believe it or not, and knowing I got me some brakes. So,
in Jesus.
Then I know I got me an engine brake and pray. Oh my goodness. The Lord, I done wore his air out in that truck.
Oh man, I love that. I love that. We're going to shift gears just a little bit. If you're just joining, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Let everybody know we are live, baby. And we have Miss Nicole, Nikki Ward, mama in the house. And as y'all can see, I get it from my mama. Yes, y'all. This is it. This is it. You want to know me and you want to know what's going on. This is your chance to ask questions. I see all the questions going through the chats. We're trying to make sure we catch them all. All right, another question coming up. This is from my boy. Hey, we got Michael Finley's show in the house. How did you handle all the no's in the industry? Woo, I'll let you start because I'm the talker and I'll follow up.
This
no's in the industry.
This is an industry where they have no respect for women at all. So the only thing that really helps us is when you get out the truck and you look good, then all the boys want to play in your yard. So, guys, you gotta work with what you got. When you get out the truck, you look totally different than when you're in the truck. Even when you're pumping gas, all the boys want to play in your yard, like I said. But, other than that, you pull up to a shipper or a receiver, they have zero respect for you. Mm-hmm. But guess what? I'm fearless. I'm going to look you in the eye and I'm going to get my way.
Yep. That's
just how I am. Yep. Regardless of what industry, whether it's real estate or it's trucking. I am and that fire, and I work for a little 5'3" firecracker that's gonna back me up. So Miss Nikki, here's the situation here, and she's gonna fix it.
That's right. I know that's right, girl. Well, teamwork makes the dream work, and I'm all about that. I've never heard a no. I turn all no's into yeses because maybe it's just not right now. But baby, we create opportunities over here. That's it. If we don't hear no's. So that's it. That is, maybe it's not right now. Maybe it's just not right now, but it's yes in the future, or we create the opportunity. AAWTA, we create opportunities over here. I love that. Great question. Let's see. What's our next question, y'all? Come on. We don't bite. This is your opportunity to make sure that we ask. Oh, we got Kat saying, thank you for being a great inspiration to women who enter the trucking industry. Man,
you're welcome.
man, that's a big deal, especially as a woman.
Yes.
An African-American woman that's a truck driver. That is not something that you see. I am so excited to see my sisters, you beautiful sisters jumping in and out of these trucks. Anything the boys can do, we can do it better, honey. So I'm so proud of you guys. Shout out to all the women truck drivers that are out there with their heels or their boots or your flip-flops. Hopefully you're not, because y'all not supposed to be driving with no flip-flops. But hopefully you do. You have your heels or your boots on, and you're doing your thing out there in your 18-wheeler. We really appreciate you. All right, we also
On
got
the next After Happily Ever After.
This is a whole new Nicole from what I thought I knew.
Our guest, Iyanla Van Zant, has arrived.
But you didn't know her at all.
I believe that's why he's having a hard time finding me love.
And our couples are digging deep.
It's not just about you. Oh, I'm in the house and I want a date.
Why are we here?
So we're here
to find love.
Can they reconcile old wounds?
It really reminds me of the time that Pam cheated on me.
All new After Happily Ever After. Tonight at 10 on BET.
BET. Make sure you check out After Happily Ever After on BET. All 8 episodes are available now. All right. Make sure you download. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe this episode and other episodes if you haven't done so. I am your host, Nicole Nikki Ward, and I have my amazing, beautiful mother, copy and repeat. Okay. The woman and the reason why I'm here, my existence, my mother, Donna Shepherd. So I'm so happy. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. We got people jumping on. Hey, people. Hey, my people. We appreciate that. All right. So we got Kim. I love that. Thank you so much. That's right. We create opportunity over here. That's what we do. Gang, gang. All right. I'm going to pivot a little bit. All right. So this weekend has been extremely amazing. My mother has taken the time and spent every bit of it with me. So we'll talk about some of my weekend. Some of it involves CTR Media. All right, network. Some of it involves sheep trucking. Some of it involves amazing opportunities for women in trucking, all right, that are members of AAWTA. And we'll talk a little bit about more. But first, I kind of want to switch gears. We're talking about greatness. We're talking about entrepreneurship. We're talking about powerful women. My mother had an opportunity to meet a powerful woman that I would just like to kind of talk about, who had an amazing event. I met people like Mr. Michael Finley. Okay, I don't even know if you guys can see this. He is so cool. I met him. All right. I met people like who are there? I can't. LaShonda Carter. All right. LaShawn Carter. I met amazing people. And I want to talk about the power of podcasting, y'all. Now, this is something I've been going on about for 5 weeks. So if you did not get your ticket, I'm actually really disappointed. This was a sold out event. No, let me repeat that. It was a sold out event. How many times do you walk in the room and it's just jam packed? That means there was powerful information to be delivered. And if you weren't there, you miss it. All right. So when it comes around again, I really urge you to jump on it. It was a sold out event for a reason. So I wanted to say shout out to Dr. Tina Ramsey for putting on an amazing event, everyone. The power of podcasting. Woo! You know what? Next season, y'all, we're going to have some sound effects, because I wish I had people just clapping in the background. So if you are in your living room, please welcome. Just clap me real quick when you talk about the power of podcasting here in Atlanta. All right. And so I wanted to kind of just, this is the book that we got. All right. Yeah, we got this. This is a book that I received at the Power of Podcasting. This is a powerful manual. I've been seeing this on Amazon. I unfortunately did not have the opportunity to get it before the podcasting event. So having the opportunity to go to the Power of Podcasting and receiving such amazing information all here, okay, from such an amazing, incredible individual who is shedding light and providing information that's going to help you be successful in this field, especially if you're in the field of podcasting. This is something that you want to get your hands on. So if you wasn't there, unfortunately, you missed out on your edition of the Power of Podcasting, but you're able to order this book on Amazon. I want to talk a little bit about some of the amazing goodies that I received. Yes, girl, I got me a goodie bag, y'all. Thank you. I will be using this as a gym bag. All right. CTM Media Network. Shout out to you guys for hosting an amazing event, making sure you have great people there and just having really cool things. We had Hearts Driver Solutions. I met great entrepreneurs. You guys dropped your gems. Entrepreneurs were there. I mean, do we have a video? I feel like I had some photos. Do we have any photos? I would love to share. If not, make sure that you follow them on social media. Oh, there we go. Awesome. Also, shout out to the awesome chef, JW Kitchen. All right, we appreciate it. That's my man, y'all. I really appreciate the Tina Ramsey Show and She Trucking supporting him. He's here in Atlanta, Georgia. I've used him for 5 or 6 years now, all the way from Miami all the way to Atlanta. JW3 Kitchen, really appreciate you pulling it up, making sure you take care of my people and giving us some of that awesome soul food, honey. Y'all know I'm Jamaican, so all I eat is like curry gold and something Atkins, all kind of crazy stuff that y'all never heard of. So I really appreciate when I can get some like Southern cooking with greens and macaroni and cheese and all that. So yes, that's what you missed. So yes, I just wanted to kind of take a quick minute, make sure that I highlight Dr. Tina Ramsey and her amazing event that she had here in Atlanta. And again, if you missed it, where were you? But you also have the opportunity to make sure that you order this amazing manual. I believe on her website, but I definitely know it is available on Amazon and I'm sure other platforms as well. So thank you, Dr. Tina Ramsey, for allowing me to be one of your special guests and closing out your 200th episode. Super excited about that. So if you haven't had a chance, make sure you download that so that you can see your girl and Dr. Tina Ramsey on the 200th episode. All right. So, all right, if you are just joining in, I had my amazing mother on, guys. I did a little bit of, ooh, look at that. Before we bring her back, this is, okay, y'all ladies better do that thing. Okay, queens. Okay, queens. Okay, queens. I see that. I appreciate that. That was it. We were definitely stepping in style, my loves. I definitely stepping in style. Shout out to the host. She did her thing at that event. No, you can throw those back up. Shout out to the host. Throw those pictures back up if you can. Really, really great time. Look at the turnout, guys. Like I said, this was a sold out event. Okay. Dr. Tina Ramsey's event is over here changing lives, supporting entrepreneurship, supporting goals, supporting dreams. Like I said, if you were not there, I am sorry. I don't know where you were, but make sure you purchase this book, purchase this manual, The Power of Podcasting. All right. Awesome. Like, share, and subscribe. We're just on here talking a little bit about my dreams and my journey and everything that's taken place that's led us up to here at this point as your president of African American Women Trucking Association. All right, I've been talking to my mom, one of the biggest supporters that I have, one of my cheerleaders, and like I said, my first driver who hired and fired 10 times, Lord, because she ready to quit the people stuff. But she's stuck in there with me, y'all. She's stuck in there with me, and I appreciate her being one of my first drivers and then turning into an actual manager, somebody that ran the back end with me, just in case one of you drivers decide to leave my equipment on the road, because you guys are good for doing things like that. Okay, but that doesn't happen to me because my mother's around. All right, so we can go to bring Donna back. I'm excited to have my mom, and we will talk a little bit more with her and close out. Hey, you know what? I forgot. You were also at the Power of Podcasting. How'd you feel about that event?
Oh my goodness. Nothing warms my heart more than to see people doing something, fighting for something for themselves, believing in themselves, and I was in a room full of winners. These people, they're in it to win it. And it was just amazing to see them, they were technically invested in themselves. And it was awesome. The host was amazing. And you did an amazing interview. That was awesome, and everybody was super excited to hear what you guys had to say. It was awesome. It was just amazing.
Thank you. Oh, I'm so happy you got to also witness the 200th episode of Dr. Tina Ramsey's show. So that was really exciting and a special moment in itself because my mommy was there, y'all. Yay! Oh, awesome. Wow, man, the time has really gone by. There's one thing here, because we continued on the journey for the week. Like it was like things after things, guys. Like you have no idea. She flew in from Florida, then we went straight to Maryland, from Maryland back to Atlanta, and I had 2 events, and then I did a Team No Sleep. Let's go. So let's talk about Maryland, Baltimore, Maryland.
Amazing. Amazing. My mouth was wide open.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's a proud mommy moment when your child is the star of the show and everybody that's anybody is there and wants to see her, wants to talk to her, wants to say, well, my goodness, how? That lady, that's a government official. We have government officials there. We had the mayor there. I mean, and everybody, this show was about your dream. It was about AAWTA. It was just an amazing moment.
Thank you. So she kind of summed up a little bit of what Maryland was about. AAWTA, African American Women Trucking Association, has a partnership with S.H.E Opportunity Fund. And they are been a great partner. And we're so excited that they partner with Truist to provide a large scholarship and provide funds for down payment assistance to African American women and women of color, starting with AAWTA, of course. And so now we have an opportunity to help women transitioning to the industry grow and expand and develop the way that they should without that type of financial burden. It is hard enough to become a truck driver. You got to go to CDL school. You can't work. I mean, your funds are pretty much almost depleted by the time you get out of school. Or maybe it's a different situation. Maybe you've been working as a company driver. All right. And we all know that in order to get, insurance in this industry, a commercial insurance, and if you don't have very much experience, anything less than 2 years, your insurance on the commercial side is really, really high. So your down payment is going to be through the roof. And so using funds to be able to help you fulfill your dream and purchase a vehicle. I mean, hey, this is what AAWTA is for. Centralized resources.
And it's huge. I have to jump in, Nicole, and say this is huge. And one of the biggest thing as a driver myself that people don't realize, your truck is your home. That's the original tiny home. So that becomes a lot of women that look like me. They're raising their families in that tiny home. It is important. It is beyond important that we're able to help them to come up with this grant so that they can get their home on wheels. That's your home on wheels. That's going to open up all kind of avenues for them, all type of lanes for them. So this is huge. And I was so honored to be able to be there with this industry recognizing the need and really stepping up. This is huge, guys.
AAWTA is here to make sure when we say we're a centralized resource that's going to provide opportunity for development and improvement of your career. These are the things that we mean. These are the opportunities that we are providing. We're up here fighting for this. We're not up here with just a pretty smile, y'all. We're putting it in their face, the need, okay? The need for. Thank you all. No, I love it. Let's run my speech and continue to talk a little bit more about our trip at S.H.E and the Truist Foundation sponsorship or partnership. Sorry. Thank you all. Wow, thank you, Luz. What a great day to be alive. Right? Oh yeah. Wow, I just can't help but say that. I'm a little bit off cue, but to see such an amazing partnership. What this is getting ready to do for so many African Americans and Latino truck drivers. My hair just exposed. So thank you again. Good morning, everyone. I am honored to be part of this announcement for the new partnership between S.H.E Opportunity Fund and Truist Foundation. This is going to help so many Latin, Black, and women truck drivers. As a founder and CEO of the African American Women Trucking Association, I have seen firsthand the unique challenges that as Black women that we face in this industry. As a former executive within the insurance industry, I worked decades implementing diversity and inclusion policies. However, in 2021, after seeing the benefits and the potential of a career in trucking, I decided to change lanes. That year with my mom, as my business partner, I launched Calvin Freight LLC, a truck. Awesome. That's great. They actually did a national press release, so make sure that you stay tuned for more. If you're not doing so, make sure you're following me at @I am_Nicole to find out what I'm doing in these streets, honey. I'm making all kind of noise. I'm on BET. I'm fighting for the rights and injustice. I'm getting money for trucking. Let's go. I love it. Thank you so much for your support. When I tell you, I am so excited about what this grant is getting ready to do. Make sure that you follow AAWTA for more. We're getting ready to open up that application for our members only. So if you are not a member, it is very important that you become a member to have access to these grants that are getting ready to be available. So right now it is in Maryland and Georgia, but we are opening up that particular grant in many more areas as we continue to work with them. And we have so many more to come. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you're a member and you subscribe to our newsletter to know what we're doing. I really appreciate Lieutenant Governor Aurora for the state of Maryland, as well as our Brandon Scott, the mayor of Baltimore, just for having us there, as well as many, many more. The HBCU, Coppin State University, are being awesome. I really look forward to working with this with Baltimore and so many other states on just so many issues that we have here, and it's not going to stop. This is just the beginning. I mean, there's so many of us, so many I call department heads that are fighting for the same thing, and I look forward to sitting down at the table, y'all, and doing what we do. Sheree and I are in the background all the time, like, okay, we gonna do this. We ain't gonna let them do it to this. Listen, we going in. I always call myself the modernized little Black Panther. This little firecracker right here is making noise, honey, for injustice and making sure I stand up for our rights. It is very important. We are important as truckers. We make the world go round. And this transportation thing wouldn't be anything without us. All right. And that's how I feel. We in here, we louder, we prouder. We gonna keep busting the road. All right, let's go. Drivers, shout out to you. Truckers, shout out to you. Whether you girl, guy, whatever the case is, we really appreciate you. Yeah, mama. So yeah, you got to witness all of that.
It was amazing. I realized at that point, it was my aha moment. This is huge. These people were so excited to be able to do something that was so big. They were they were excited to do something on that level. I've never seen anybody so ready to give away money. I just have never seen it. And I mean, for me, it goes deep as a driver to see, wow, I know what we went through buying our trucks. I mean, it's not for the faint of heart, And I mean, a lot of these women, they want to be out there to support their family. Trucking is an amazing field. They want to create options. It does create options for themselves. But I mean, it does create options for the driver, but they're very limited in their funds. So, I mean, it closes doors on them. But with this opportunity, this is going to create unlimited opportunities for them. I mean, it's just an awesome thing. It's just an amazing opportunity for a woman truck. It's great to be a woman of color right about now if you're a truck driver.
Listen, it's a great time to be alive, just like I started my speech. And I thank each and every one of you that have tapped in, tuned in, engaged in the chat, engaged over time, or just follow us on Facebook or any social media platform. We really appreciate you. We appreciate the support of She Trucking. We appreciate the sisterhood. Okay, because they like, oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. And we appreciate that. We're going to keep doing this thing, sis. I appreciate you. Thank you for CTR Media just for supporting this whole entire thing. This is important to our industry as we grow and we develop and we find our footing in this place. All right. I just really, really appreciate platforms just like that, just for entrepreneurial spirit, whether you're a truck driver or whatever the case may be. Hopefully you get something out of this to keep pushing, to keep going, regardless of, what field you're in. All right. So I know we don't have very much time, but I do want to drop some questions. One of them that I don't know if we can go back, I want to address because I didn't not see it. And it came from CTR Media Network, and I'll read it even if it can't pop up on the screen because I want to address it. It said, moving forward, what do you need most to help your organization grow more? Oh, you've seen it. All right. And it said, moving forward, what do you need for most to help your organization grow more? I need you. I need you guys. I need you to volunteer. I need members. We need members to be a part of this. Okay. Without our voices, they don't know what's going on. They don't know they don't hear us. So the more we know, we're stronger when we're together. All right. We're stronger when we're together. We're stronger in numbers. So we need you to be a part of this movement, to be a part of this sisterhood. We talk about community. This is a community. She Trucking is a community. Tap in. I say it every week, and I'll continue to say it until we go off. Tap in. Let's grow together. All right. Great question. Any other questions here? Let's see what you got. All right. Let's see here. I really appreciate just She Trucking again, definitely for the sisterhood. We got T. Swain. Events was informative and fire. It was nice to meet you, Miss Ward. The live episode was dope. Yes, it was fire. It was a great event, and it was amazing to meet you. Man, I met so many great, dope people. Y'all are so cool. I love when there are people that are about their business. No, I'm serious. This is when you know who wants success. It's people who say they want to be successful. And then there's people that show you, okay? And I'm anybody who knows me, I'm out here showing you. All right, Team No Sleep, let's go. Phyllis is on. She says, hello, it's good to see you and your mom. Had a great time in the Power of Podcasting. She Trucking Mom. Yes, that's my other mama. Hey, mama. I appreciate you. Listen, Sheree mama, our mama. I really love our mama. She's super supportive. She makes sure she has our back, y'all. When I tell you being a leader, it ain't for the faint of heart. A lot of y'all say y'all want this, honey. We could tell you y'all don't. That's all I got to say. We're going to appreciate. Shout out to our moms. Thank you for having our backs. How are you eligible for this grant? Great question. As of tomorrow, the application is going to go on our website, www.aawta.org. Okay, aawta.org. The application will go live tomorrow as of 12 a.m. However, we are still putting some additional criteria in place. Okay, so you must be a member in order to get the information as it rolls out. Very important. I'll repeat that. You must be a member in order to get the information and to be able to even know when all of this is coming through. So we have $1 for 1 year. That is actually going to be ending. That promo ends at the end of the month. So make sure you take advantage. Our website is www.aawta.org. Great question. Thank you. All right. Now, what do you do to get extra energy? Girl.
Breathe. It's inborn. It's inborn.
Oh man, you have no idea, girl. This is all adrenaline, and I am prayed up. This is a true story. I believe in everything that I'm doing, just like air, and that's what it is. Thank you. Great question.
Who we are, the Media Network. That's the best by far. We are who we are, the Media Network. That's the best by far. You know.
Ooh, that's that. Listen, that is the creator, I believe, of She Trucking's theme song. And if you haven't, make sure you're tuning in to She Trucking's podcast. She got probably one of the dopest intros I've ever heard. Like, you literally can play that in a car and just be like bobbing your head and jam. Like, all right, girl, we see you. We appreciate you. Man, the time is coming to an end. I want to make sure I highlight one of our very important sponsors that is providing you 20% off. All right, make sure your beard is in immaculate shape. It's not just about the beard, it's about your skin. And so I can't leave out my wonderful ex-husband, y'all. Mr. Beard Mojo himself and the CEO, Mr. Mike. So if you don't have it, if you can't, there we go. Beard Mojo. We got Mr. Mike 69 Boys 95 South. Whoop, There it is. He is the creator of this amazing product, beardmojo.com. At this point in time, they now have gift sets available that you're able to get 20% off at www.beardmojo.com. These products are all natural and they're able to condition and soften and moisturize your beard. And beards are a big thing these days, y'all. So we want to make sure it's not just about the beard. I heard this man say it's about the skin. I'm going to say his skin is all right, Chad. He got me. So maybe he's doing all right. So maybe you want to follow what he's doing, y'all. And so make sure you tap in with beardmojo.com to receive 20% off. Make sure you use the promo code AAWTA. Promo code AAWTA for 20% off gift sets, individual sets, all of the above at beardmojo.com. Awesome, awesome. We also have another 20% off. Let's see if we're able to flash that for some nice undergarments and bathing suits and cute little girl things. And if I don't, you can't find it. Not a big deal. Make sure you are following us at www.aawta.org to all the ladies. There we go. All right, ladies, this one is for you. This one is special. All right, it's undergarments, bathing suits, you name it, cute little outfits for the summer. The summer is coming, and now you can use my special promo code for 20% off. All right, that will give you 20% off. And that promo code is _Nicole. All right, and I am the _Nicole, and now give you 20% off. All right, cute little baby suit. Summertime's coming. Appreciate all the sponsors just for hanging in there. We have so much more for you guys. This was just the beginning, and I really hope you enjoyed it. I mean, when I tell you it's been an amazing ride just to see the energy, the love that has come through the screen. Thank you. Stay tuned for season 2, y'all. We got more. But in the meantime, if you can't get enough, make sure you watch the replay. Log in to Roku, log into our Facebook community group, YouTube, S.H.E, Truck and CTR Media Network, all those platforms. You can watch the replay. And we really appreciate you again for tapping into Trucking Reality Talk. I have been your host, Nikki Nicole Ward, whoever you want to call me, either which way, long as you don't call me, bro. I love it. Thank you. See you again next week. Oh, no. Next season. This is it, y'all. And make sure you follow me on social media. I am the _Nicole on all social media platforms for my greatness and just what's next. Okay, there we go now. I am the _Nicole. And I really, really appreciate your time and attention. I'll talk to everybody soon. Logging off for season 1. Let's go.
on the next After Happily Ever After.
To see her date in my face got me feeling some type of way.
Our exes are struggling
Maybe I can make you happy now.
I don't get it. It's like a joke.
to hold back raw feelings.
Do you honestly think you're going to be in a relationship with this girl?
You can't disrespect me
I
like
said,
that, bro.
well, you're not going to do anything about it. We're going to leave here, and she's going back with me.
Is it love or ego?
I want to talk to the man.
You need to calm down.
All new After Happily Ever After. Wednesday at 10 on BET.
S.H.E Trucking Podcast is an informative podcast that is dedicated to bringing listeners the latest news and updates from the ever-evolving transportation industry. Founded by industry expert and entrepreneur S.H.E Moore, and powered by CTR Media Network. Whether you're a seasoned transportation professional or just getting started in the industry, the S.H.E Trucking Podcast offers valuable insights and advice to help you stay ahead of the curve. Learn more online at SHETrucking.com.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.